Welcome to the city. Zen base never ever. Thomas Frank hits back at Eberechi's inspiration after Tottenham beat Man City, despite being snubbed by 67-point pound thigh. Thomas Frank has dismissed the notion that Tottenham were inspired by Eberechi's transfer snub in their win over Manchester City. Just when it looked like Easy would swap Crystal Palace for Tottenham, Arsenal hijacked the move, with the 27-year-old joining for 60 million times the 81 lens, plus add-ons on Saturday. Before he was unveiled at the Emirates, Spurs impressively put City to the sword in a 2-0 victory at the Etihad. After the match, head coach Frank said the Ease snub did not come into his thinking ahead of the clash with Pep Guardiola's side. When asked if he used the Ease transfer snub as inspiration for Tottenham this week, he replied, "I think that's very, very easy to answer. I never ever use one word about any player that's not at our club. Losing out on a player of Ease's quality is undoubtedly a blow for Tottenham, especially as they need a playmaker to cover for the injured James Maddison. But the result at City showed Spurs have a new steeliness to them under Frank. However, they do need more quality additions if they want to finish in the upper echelons of the Premier League this season. Time is running out for Tottenham to bring in some new recruits before the summer transfer window shuts on September an. Before then, this unbeaten Spurs team host Bournemouth next Saturday in the Premier League. Gianluigi Donnarumma has agreed personal terms with Manchester City, according to reports, but the 43 Mineta's deal to sign the Italy #1 from Paris. Saint-Germain could still be derailed if Pep Guardiola's side are unable to seal the departure of Ederson. A visibly emotional Donnarumma appeared to bid farewell to PSG supporters after Friday night's 1-0 win against Angers, where he was an unused substitute. Paris boss Luis Enrique has made it clear that summer arrival Lucas Chevalier, who was signed from Lille, is their first choice stopper, leaving Donnarumma to search for a new club. As of right now, there is uncertainty that surrounds the goalkeeper position at Manchester City. James Trafford has started City's first 2 Premier League games of the 25-26 season. He played well against Wolves, but had a tough day at the office against Tottenham yesterday. It was Trafford's risky pass that led to João Palhinha doubling Tottenham's lead in their 2-0 win yesterday. His overall performance wasn't his best, as his team struggled to impose itself against Thomas Frank's side. Currently, there is uncertainty about who will be Manchester City's #1 goalkeeper this season, Trafford's Galatasaray. It remains to be seen if he will be at City when the transfer window closes. Now, it has been reported that Manchester City have agreed on personal terms with PSG goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma. It seems that City is moving to clear up the situation that surrounds the goalkeeping position. Manchester City have agreed on personal terms with Gianluigi Donnarumma. Fabrizio Romano has reported that Manchester City have agreed on personal terms with Gianluigi Donnarumma. Furthermore, Romano reports that negotiations are underway between City and PSG. It is also reported that City will likely pay less than PSG's $50 million asking price to sign the Italian goalkeeper. Lastly, it is reported that City's move for Donnarumma hinges on Ederson's potential move to Galatasaray. Hopefully, there is clarification surrounding the goalkeeper position at City in the coming days. The hope is that the uncertainty surrounding the goalkeeping position at Manchester City will be ended relatively quickly. If Ederson doesn't move to Galatasaray, he will be City's #1 goalkeeper. But he does seem to be closer to leaving the club rather than staying. If he leaves, it looks as if Gianluigi Donnarumma will replace him. Donnarumma isn't the same type of keeper as Ederson, as he isn't as proficient as the Brazilian international with his feet. The Italian international is a quality shot stopper, rather than a keeper who is good in possession. James Trafford has the potential to one day become Manchester City's first-choice goalkeeper, but he is only 22 years of age. Perhaps he needs time to grow into the role. That did stand out during yesterday's match. If Donnarumma comes in, he will at least compete with Trafford. He will likely be Manchester City's #1 keeper as Trafford develops his craft. But what needs to be done is that Manchester City need to clear up the uncertainty surrounding the goalkeeping position. It isn't productive for anyone. The sooner it is cleared up, the better it will be. But it is doubtful that City would agree on personal terms with Donnarumma if they aren't about to sign the Italian goalkeeper. Manchester City officials have now agreed on personal terms with Gianluigi Donnarumma and his representatives, it has been revealed. The development marks a significant breakthrough in City's search for a potential successor to Ederson, who has been at the Etihad Stadium for the last 8 seasons. With the Brazilian subject to serious